Good morning, guys. Happy Monday. Remember that the end of this is a hot mess. Remember that the end of the 9 weeks is May 21st. You got to get those grades in. Make sure you go back and do all the other stuff. With that being said, no YouTube on your Chromebook. I'm seeing a lot of that. Use your phone or just listen to your TV in the background. Anyway, with that being said, we're going to read some from Breakout today. All right. Thursday, June. Remember that Lizzie's grandma got arrested for helping the inmates. Okay, but Nora doesn't know yet. Thursday, June 13th, text messages between Nora and Lizzie, 5:55 p.m. Nora, you there? I'm here if you want to talk. Lizzie, my mom told me about your grandma because she knew it was going to be on the news tonight. Are you okay? Lizzie, not really. Nora, sorry. Lizzie, not your fault. Nora, I know. Still sorry. Lizzie, yeah, thanks. It's a mess because she brought those inmates brownies or something and the police found out and now they think she helped those guys get away. That's so dumb. How can they arrest her for that? Lizzie, IDK. Mom says they'll figure it out and she'll be home soon. Nora, I hope so. Want to come over? Lizzie, no thanks. Nora, okay, see you tomorrow. Thursday, June 13th, letter from Elodie to her brother Troy. Dear Troy, are you doing all right? I know you can't answer that because I can't even send this letter, but I'm writing anyway because it makes me feel like the wall's not quite so big between us. I hope you're okay. The newspapers keep talking about how things inside the prison are bad now, how the guards are in trouble for this escape, so they're taking it out on you guys. I hope you're watching your step and minding your temper like Mama taught you. I've been minding mine. Mama and I had our smoothies and our talk last night. She said she could almost see darts coming out of my eyes when that old white ham supper lady told us we should go home. Mama says that woman's got a heart full of fear and that's her own problem. It's our job to do God's work in the world, and last night that meant serving at the church supper with smiles on our faces. Personally, I have a hard time believing that what God wants most in this world is for me to wrap plastic forks and napkins, but I didn't say that out loud because you and I both know how well that would have gone over. I told Mama what happened at school this week too. Then I felt bad because there's really nothing she can do about it. I sure don't want her swooping into that office. She didn't make that offer again anyway. I think she knows it wouldn't make anything better. She just told me I have to stand tall and be me. Before we came to Wolf Creek, Mama explained that it might be tough sometimes. Mrs. G had told her that it's pretty white here, at least outside the prison. Mama says that's why some people in this town are so ignorant. She says I need to keep my chin up and study hard and show them who I am. I'm trying, I am. But sometimes I get thinking about what things would be like if I'd gotten into that other school. When I visited, I felt like that's where I was supposed to be. Only the people in charge disagreed. Then Mama decided she and I both belonged up here in the middle of nowhere with you. So here we are. And you know what? Mama never once asked what I thought about moving. I'm the one who always does fine. Never matters what I want. All her attention's been on you since you first got in trouble. Sometimes I feel like I ought to start ripping off bodegas so the world could revolve around me once in a while, too. Anyway, after that ham supper last night, Mama told me I have to keep it together and stay focused. I'm good at that, right? Then she gave me a big hug, and it was worth that long lecture and then some. I didn't realize how much I miss her now that she's working so much and nobody else is around. You probably miss her even more than I do. Stay safe in there. Love, Elodie. Thursday, June 13th. Text messages between Elodie and her mom. Elodie, hi, Mama. Mama, hi there. Elodie, want me to start dinner? Mama, yes, please. You can put that chicken in the oven. Elodie, okay. Mama, how was your day? Elodie, pretty good. Mama, I'll be home in about an hour. Love you to Medusa. Elodie, question mark. Mama, that planet you told me about? Elodie, Methuselah? Mama, yes, that one. Elodie, haha. Love you too. Thursday, June 13th. Pages from Elodie's notebook. Learning from Jacqueline, number 4. Wolf Creek Correctional Facility by Elodie Jones. Inspired by Rikers Island from Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson. Jacqueline Woodson's family got a middle-of-the-night phone call just like ours. Her uncle calling from prison. Prison. Feels like it needs a capital P. Because it changes everything. I was 8 years old, asleep, when our first phone call came. I only remember a little. Mama's hushed voice full of sad, sad worry. Oh, Lord, what happened? Where are you now? You keep your mouth shut. I'll be right there. She left me in my PJs with Grandmama, and we went to get him. Our last phone call came 2 years ago, the night Troy made his worst choice of all. And one can't go back and change it minute. His life would never be the same, and neither would mine. Learning from Jacqueline, number 5. His Name is Troy by Elodie Jones. Inspired by moving upstate and on the bus to Dane Mora from Brown Girl Dreaming by Jacqueline Woodson. Jacqueline Woodson's uncle got sent to a big prison too. She rode a bus like we used to ride, through mountains up a long, long highway to the top of New York State. Saw our uncle wearing prison green shirt and pants that sound a lot like Troy's. Number on his pocket instead of name. I bet she felt like I do every time I see him. Troy. Sometimes I want to shout. He has a name, you know. Troy. Troy. When he was 9, he used to hit baseballs in the shadow of Yankee Stadium, and just up the street, across from the fruit cart, and the old guy selling honey-roasted peanuts, there's a row of metal doors painted with the faces of baseball's best. Roberto Clemente, Satchel Paige. Troy would look up, juice from an orange dribbling down his chin, and say, "That's going to be me someday." He's still in there somewhere, you know, behind the prison greens, tired smile, measured words, empty eyes. Troy. June 13th, letter from Nora Tucker. Dear future Wolf Creek residents, by the time you read this, everything will be straightened out, but things are a mess today. The police think Lizzie's grandma helped those inmates. She's the person who got arrested. The news is saying she brought the inmates a phone and tools and stuff. But Lizzie says all she did is make them her not-so-secret recipe, minty brownies, like she makes us. Like she makes everybody. If you work at the prison, you're not allowed to do stuff like that. There are a zillion rules meant to keep distance between the inmates and the staff. Dad says that's to protect everybody because some inmates are so smart and sneaky. They can talk anybody into anything. They can make you think they're good guys even when they're not. Lizzie didn't want to talk about what happened. I don't know if she saw the news. They showed her grandma handcuffed walking into the courthouse. The city reporters were sticking microphones in her face, and there was nothing she could do except keep walking and ignore them. The crime they say she committed is promoting prison contraband, which sounds a lot worse than sneaking brownies. So now Lizzie's grandma is in the county jail, and those 2 guys are still out of the big prison. Every time a sound drifts in my window at night, I wonder if it's them. My head knows it's probably raccoons in the garbage or a car door slamming in the neighbor's driveway, but my heart speeds up anyway, every single time. Your friend from the past, Nora Tucker. P.S. 11:10 p.m. OMG, Owen just tried to catch the escaped inmates. 5 minutes ago, somebody knocked on our door, and when I went to the stairs to see what was going on, Mom had just opened the door. Owen was standing there in front of a state trooper who had a plate of cookies in one hand and a 6-pack of Dad's beer in the other. "Evening, ma'am," the trooper said. "I saw your boy in the yard and wondered if you knew he was out." "Nope," said Mom. "I sure didn't know that." She grabbed Owen, pulled him into the house, and asked him what he was thinking. Then Owen started crying and said, "It wasn't for me." And then Mom looked at the cookies and the beer in the trooper's hand and smiled a little. "Honey," she said, "we're all thankful to the police, but they can't drink beer on duty. The cookies might have been nice, but you just can't go." "They weren't for me, ma'am," the trooper said. "They were for the fugitives." "What?" Mom looked like she might take the trooper's handcuffs and lock Owen up herself. "To catch them," Owen said. "I figured they'd be hungry and thirsty, so I put stuff out. They'd eat the cookies and drink the beer and get all sleepy." Owen's voice got quieter and quieter. He pointed to the trooper. "And then he could catch those guys and I could have my birthday." "I advised him that wasn't the best idea," the trooper said. He handed Mom the cookies and the beer. She gave back the cookies and thanked him again. Then she double locked the door and sent Owen to bed. I'm back in bed now, too, but I still can't sleep. Poor Owen. If we lived in one of his comic books, the good guys would have caught the bad guys a long time ago. The news tonight said we have 1,000 officers searching through the woods for those inmates. That's 1,000 to 2 out there now. How are the two still winning?